Hey guys, hey guys, welcome back to my channel Logic Ops Lab. So, in today's video, we are going to do Slack integration with Jenkins. So, very interesting topic, and what we are going to talk about: what is Slack, why Slack, and whether it's free or a paid service. So, let us understand, and let me open it in front of you. So, let's open your browser and type Slack, and let's see what happens. So, that's the first thing. So, let me right click and open it, and we'll see what it is. So it says, welcome to your digital headquarter for success from anywhere. So let's talk about its features. So what are the features that it gives? It gives it's all happening in the channel. Follow everything related to its individual topics, projects, or team in their dedicated channels. History, you can see and search. Project send, team change, and Slack saves everything rather than trying to remember. Easily find what you are looking for. Work more closely with other companies, keep clients, vendors, partners in the loop by sharing a channel in Slack. So basically, it's a messaging tool, and companies use it for these features. It has channels, it has Slack Connect. You can do a message for anything to anyone, be it your manager, be it your client or a vendor or anything. You have proper voice calls and video calls in that. I have personally used it and I feel it very nice. It has notifications for that. It has a lot of accessibility. What you need when you need, it has a lot of apps and integration. You can integrate with almost any app that is right now available in the DevOps market. It has a workflow builder, search options, and file sharing. You can upload any document, any zip file, or anything in this application. And it is for three types, like it has for security, it has enterprise key management, and it is for Slack for enterprise. So these are the things. So a lot of things available for this. You can try it for free as well. Let's see what else do we have. So let's go to the solutions. So these are the solutions that it provides for what kind of teams it is: engineering, IT, customer services, sales, project management, marketing, and human resources. So very good product. And when you talk about the pricing part, let's see what happens. Let's click on pricing, and you can have a free version of it, a pro version, a business plus, and an enterprise grid. So large companies use enterprise grid and large business use these kind of things. But we are going to talk about the free one. Why free one? Because I just want to give you a demo. You can use it and you don't have to pay anything. But there are few features that it does not provide. So like there are only three things right now, and in the other features we have a lot of other things. So that's what we are going to talk about today. So guys, stay tuned till the end of this video. You are going to learn a lot today, and let's move on to the demo part. So first of all, go to your browser and type Slack download. From here we'll download the Slack. In the first link, click on it and open in a new tab, and depending on your system, download the version. I've downloaded the 64-bit version. That's all. You just have to save the file, and depending on your internet speed, it will download. Once done, you have to click on the application which is downloaded, and for the first time it can take up to some time, for a few seconds, like 10 to 15 seconds to come up. So this is a very basic application that is used within companies to communicate basically. So once it's started installing, on bottom you can see, is your team new to Slack? You have to create a new workspace. Click on that and it will direct you to a browser. Give an email ID over here. I'll give logicopslab@gmail.com. You can give your email ID which you have got, or which have you got from your company. Click on continue, and it will push a notification in your email ID with a 6-digit code. So that 6-digit code is for the verification. You have to enter it over here. I'll just enter it over here. So once verified, it will check your code and it will ask you to choose the application. So you have already installed the application in your system. You can open it in browser as well, but this application installed in your system looks better and works better. That's all. You have to type your company name or team name. You can use anything. I'll use Logic Ops Lab. And this is how we'll identify it. Click on it. It will ask what your team is working on right now. So what we are working on right now, I'm working on the integration. So I'll just type integration over here and move on. So whatever name you will give, it will create a channel for that. What is channel? We'll see next. So on your left side, there are channel that has been created. Here, who do you want to email most about the integration part? You can give any email ID or something, or you can add the teammates as well. It's not necessary. You can do it later as well, because it's not necessary. That's all. On your left side, you can see there are channels that are created. Okay. Now there are upgrade options as well. As I told you that there is a free version and there is a paid version as well. Okay, we are just taking the free version. Now on your left, add a channel. This is how you add a channel. Create a new channel, and we'll create a channel for our build status for Jenkins. So let us give it a name, Jenkins build status. You have to give a description also. It's not compulsory, it's optional, but it will make it easier for you to identify what's been going on this channel. So it's just status of our builds. You can make it private, no one can find it, or you can make it public, anyone from the team can find it. That's all. Click on create and you will see it has been created. You can add the people, you can send them email from their email ID. We'll just skip for now. Let us type a message and push that message in this channel. It's been pushed, and on your right you can see there are a lot of emojis. So that's what you can do when you have a lot of people in a team and you have to talk to each other, communicate and react on their comments. You can see, and there are multiple emojis over here. Let's say I want to hi. So for hi we have wave. Just click on that and you can react to their messages. So that's all you have to do. There is a lot of to do over here, but we are just talking about the integration part. Right click on the channel that you created and go to open channel details. Here we'll integrate it. So click on integrations, the third column. It can change depending on your version. So you have added an app. Now we'll add Jenkins over here. Why Jenkins? Because that's what we are trying to integrate over here. Click on install and it will take some time to install. It can redirect you to a browser. From there you have to do a few settings. So let me just drag it over here and add to Slack. It will take some time. Once done, it will ask you to choose a channel. You have to choose a channel. I'll choose Jenkins build status. That's what we have created. Then add Jenkins CI integration. That's all. Now once done, it will direct you to the setup instruction. You can read all these instructions, and on the other tab what you can do is you can go to manage Jenkins and do everything that these guys are saying. You can just scroll through. I am just scrolling through so that you can see what has been happening in all the steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Do not worry about it. We'll do a part of it in the upcoming in a few minutes. So there are almost 6 steps they have explained. What you have to make sure is that you have to keep this token handy and save it somewhere, because it will not show it again. Copy it and save it over somewhere, and this customize name, that is Jenkins. That's all. Let me first copy this token and I'll paste it somewhere in the notepad file, because this is what you'll use in your Jenkins. You can use this customize name as well, but that's not necessary right now. Save it, that's all. And after saving, go back to your Jenkins and you go to manage Jenkins. Now we'll install the plugin. So you know that we have to go to manage Jenkins and available to install it. Type Slack over here. Looks like my spelling is wrong. Let me type again Slack, and the first thing is Slack notification plugin. Install it. Install without restart. It can take up to some time. So this is the plugin that was explained in the few slides that we saw on the screen, and this is going to be the main thing that we are going to install over here to make it this integration possible. Yeah, now restart the Jenkins once done. Now you know the drill. What we have to do: go to manage Jenkins, go to configure system, and we'll see whether Slack has appeared over there or not. Click on configure system. You can either scroll down or do a control F and type Slack, and that's the thing. It is appeared over here, which means everything is perfect. Now in the workspace, if you remember what workspace we had created. If you do not remember, click on this question mark and you will see there your team's workspace name. What we did is we gave Logic Ops Lab. So make sure you remember it. Otherwise, you can go to Slack and you can take a look from there as well. In the credential, there are no credentials right now, so we'll just add it. Click on Jenkins here, and there are multiple options over here. You can either give a username. The username there was Jenkins, but we'll not give that. We'll give the secret text. So click on secret text, and on the secret, just remember what you have to paste, guess it, and yes, the secret code, that the token that Slack generated. Copy that and paste it over here. In the ID, you can write my Slack creds. I think I wrote it at a wrong place. Let me just remove it and type in the description. I think you have to keep the ID blank. So in the description, just type the same thing, which you can easily recognize once the drop down comes. That's all you have to do. You have to just add it. That's all. Once you have added it, it will appear on the drop down and select it. That's all. What is the default channel or member ID you'll talk about? So if you remember what we created Jenkins build status over there, and that has to be written over here. Once done, click on advanced. There are multiple options over here which you can configure, but we are doing a very basic integration right now, so we not need anything. So all you have to do, just test the connection, and you can see that success is written over it, which means it has pushed a notification to your Slack. I'll just drag it over here and you can see the Slack integration plugin. You are all set on HTTP 8090. So our integration is done. Click on apply and save it. That's all you have to do on the integration part. Now what we'll do is, let me walk you through the code that we are going to use. Go to Jenkins automation, the free library, v17 Jenkins file, click on it. So the video number is 17, that's why I gave it a name v17. Let me just zoom it so that you can easily understand. Let us walk through it. Pipeline, the first step you already know. Agent any. Stages, we have only one stage over here because I want to teach you only only basic integration. In the steps, we have used a script of try and catch. In try, you can see the scenario that I have written. If that causes an error, it will push the code to catch. So right now what you are seeing, this is ASDS. It does not make any sense in terms of batch scripting or batch file. So it will throw an error and the job will be failed, and it will push a notification of failure. So that is a negative scenario. What it will do, it will Slack send in the Jenkins build status channel with this color. We'll talk about it. What is it? This is a hex code. Message build with this environment.job_name and club with this string and push the job build URL, which we'll see once it's done. So that's all it's going to do. Now in the exception part, again the same thing, Slack send, channel, the same channel, color, which we'll talk about right now, and the same message that is going to club with the other variables. That's all it's going to do. Now let me copy this code and open a new tab, and I'll show you what it is. So type convert number to colors. Actually it has to be a hex because it's a hex code. So let me just correct it and hit enter again and click on hex to RGB converter first thing. Paste it over here. So click on convert and you can see green, which means once our build will be started, it will show us the color green. Where? In the Slack notifications. Okay. Now that's why we have given this color. You can give any color like white, blue, brown, anything. On the failure, what is the main color? Let me guess. Let me copy this and I'll show you what is the color. I'll just paste it and guess what is the color of failure? Red. So the red color will be shown in the notification, and that's why we gave it this hex code. So that's how we're going to use it. All you have to do, just copy it. Copy the whole code till pipeline, right click and copy and go to your Jenkins. You know the drill. Click on new item and go to your pipeline. Click on it and type a name, anything. I'll just write Slack integration because that's what we are trying to do over here. Scroll down, click on OK. Give a description, anything that you like. I'll just write Slack integration because that's what we are doing over here. Once done, click on pipeline, go over here and just paste whatever you have copied. Now in the first step, the condition that is there, it's a failure condition. So let me just show you the green condition, the good condition, and then I'll show you the bad condition. So bat echo, I'm in first stage. It's going to push a message once it's running in the green color. As soon as I click on apply, okay, everything is done. Let me click on build now. Before that, I'll just show you there is nothing over here. And once we trigger the build, let's see what happens. I'll just go here and I'll click on build now. Once you click it, you can see a notification has appeared that the build has started and with a link over there. And you can see the color is green. That's what we did for the starting of our build. You can give any color. You can see that it is completed and everything is fine. So this is a positive scenario. It has gone through our script. Let's go to configure and do the negative scenario this time. What we'll do is we'll just comment this batch file and give some gibberish ASDS which makes absolutely no sense. So click on apply and save. Now what will happen is in the try block, it'll throw an error and the catch will catch it with a failure. Click on build now. And you can see the build has started with green, but it failed. Why? Because we gave a try catch block, and once the error was thrown, it went to failure block and it thrown an error with red color. So that's how it's done, guys. So we have talked about the basic scenario in which we can pass a build, fail a build, and throw it on the channel which we created on Slack. So that's how we use Slack, and that's how we do the basic integration. There are multiple things that you can do on Slack, and it's very expendable. So that's what you can do. So I hope you have understood it, guys. If not, please feel free to comment, and I'll see you in the next video.